For those of you who haven't seen my previous vlogs or haven't seen any of my previous just YouTube videos in general, or maybe haven't even signed up to like my mail list or anything, I emphasize a lot on the importance of having principles and morals and sticking to them along your journey in life.
Small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true. Ocean views, small circle, it's the chosen few. I wrote it down and I followed through. I bought a pound and we rode the few. I talk shit, but she know it's true.
And some of you, I'm guessing, maybe don't know your morals, or if you do know your morals, you don't know how to necessarily, again, I'll say principles instead of morals, because morals are usually more known. But if you guys have principles, but you don't necessarily know how to integrate it in your daily life, so you know your moral, you know your principles, but you seem to just fuck up. You seem to just like have this principle, but sometimes not follow it because you get distracted. A great tip I'd give is right here. I have a piece of paper next to my mirror, and I just name it Zack's Principles. So you can make it your full name, you could just make it your first name, and I'm gonna actually get to writing this now. And it's going to be a list of my main important principles. So up there, I'm going to have things like what my work is important for, how money is for important things like providing for the people I love, and not for consumerism and external validation of other people. It's going to be also treat people right. It's always going to be, have respect for others, especially people who are wiser than you and older than you. Always learn and not talk about yourself. That's a big one that I want to focus on. It's also principles like never backstab anyone to gain your own value. Like that's something that I kind of know, but writing it down is really important. Another one is to not judge. I really want to put an effort into not judging anyone based on where they come from. And I feel like when I was a bit younger, like a few years ago, I used to focus a lot more, not on purpose, obviously, but I used to just judge a bit more based on, I guess, my internal world and just what was going on in my mind at the time. And over time, I just realized that judgment really doesn't get you anywhere, and that the answer to things is understanding and empathy, because that's what's gonna get you to like succeed in life, not just within money and whatever you call it. It's just within relationships. So that's really important. So yeah, I highly recommend you get a piece of paper like this next to your mirror and just write down your principles. It's going to be really good for you just every day, waking up, looking at your mirror, and right next to it, knowing your principles, knowing who are you and what do you stand for. So it's things like my responsibility is my most important and my number one priority. It's things like my family will come first before money or fame. My care for my work is a priority with every day that I sit down at my desk. It's these sorts of principles that will really craft you into a successful person, not in the sense of money and fame and whatever you think success is, but in the sense of a successful self-view of yourself. You will look at the mirror after taking this paper down, and you will know who you are and what you stand for. But if you just look in the mirror and you like just judge based on like, oh, this is how I look, I don't like how I look, and you're just stuck there, then you have a lot of work to do physically and mentally, especially to try to like, when you look in the mirror, every time I look in the mirror, I don't think about how my hair looks necessarily, how my body looks, or how what body fat percentage I'm at. Like I used to think a lot like that, right? Mainly because I spent so long in the gym, where I used to look at external things, but now I'm utterly focusing on who I am, in the sense of what are my decisions daily? How do I treat people? Why am I not working as hard as I should be? I ask myself these questions in the mirror because I'm trying to become a certain person, and I'm trying to become the best version of myself. So why would I spend my time like focusing on something external when I really should be putting my time into asking more important, more valuable, and harder questions? So I highly recommend you guys do this. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, sit down, write 2, 3 principles. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Put them next to your mirror, and then when you go to your mirror, read out these principles, and read them with confidence, read them with telling yourself, this is the type of person I am. And it will improve. It will help you a lot. I hope it does. I'm gonna do it now. I've done it before, but not necessarily with like principles, just I guess things I'm self-aware of, or character traits. So yeah, if you guys don't want it to be like principles necessarily, you can definitely put something like my characteristics, my values, my principles, whatever you want it to be. It basically works. So enjoy the rest of the vid, guys. So guys, I just finished up with the day. I went to go meet up with a friend, and then I talked to some other people on the way. Yeah, today was a bit of an off day, to be honest. Like I said, I woke up and I really just didn't have the energy to do certain things, but I got through it. I got a lot of work done and showed up at the gym, and I did everything. Though I am behind when it comes to filming, I wish I did more. It is still a day that I showed up, and I think that that's an important thing to mention. For those of you that feel like sometimes you guys just don't feel like you're doing enough, or you feel like, okay, today was a failure because I didn't achieve what I set out to achieve, be critical of that and listen to that part of your mind, because I guarantee you, you can do way more. But do not beat yourself up if you've showed up. So if you went to the gym, if you tried, if you sat down to work for an hour, yeah, you didn't do 4 hours like you usually do, because today it was just that type of energy. But be proud of yourself that you at least showed up, and tell yourself that next time I'm not going to let this happen, and I'm going to do even better, and I'm going to make sure that there is no room for error, and that I will 100% show up to work and get the work done. So you guys really have to focus on 2 things. That's one, eliminating distraction, whether that's friends, whether that's your phone, whether that's social media, whether that's going out, whether that's the party you're invited to. You have to eliminate distractions and eliminate excuses. These 2 things are parasites, and they will destroy your dreams, they will destroy your goals, and they are in the way. As an entrepreneur, as someone who wants to be successful in their field of work, as someone who wants to make it in their career, whether that's in the music industry, whether that's in sports, whether that's in finance and accounting, if you want to achieve something, if you want to become great, if you want to do great things and offer great value, you have to cut out distraction, and you must not make excuses for yourself. That is absolutely crucial. I guarantee you that anyone who has made it in life, or your idea of success, or someone you look up to, will agree with me. So maybe follow that, and maybe get to work. Put that into your daily lifestyle. Don't just think about it and be like, yeah, I agree with what he says, and then do nothing about it. Go make that change. Next time you see yourself making an excuse, ask yourself, why the fuck am I making this excuse? I can be so much better. I gotta stop making excuses and just get to work, get to doing it. Not blaming anything on him or her or whoever. Just purely taking full responsibility for your good actions and negative ones. See, the thing about taking responsibility is it comes both ways. If you fail, you must take responsibility. If you win, you must take responsibility. So I just wanted to leave you guys off with that. I hope you enjoy this. Leave a like, comment down below. Cheers.
Blessings, bitches in my section. Y'all with all this money, I'm obsessive. Weapons, turning off y'all extras. Turning off this bullshit direction. Turning up my grind, waking up to more pressure. But it's all in your mind, so I never feel pressure.